We'll talk to you in a little bit. Tim, we're going to say goodbye to you.
Right.
What do you got coming up this week, SEC?
I'm actually off this week. We only have a 5-game package this year because the SEC network took most of our games. So I have a weekend off to sit back and just watch some college football.
Tim, let me be honest with you, man. I stayed up late Saturday night. I was cheering for the Wildcats.
Man.
It's Florida. Man, how did they lose that game? They played so well that whole game, man.
Man, I'm still sick about that game. I mean, that was going to end a long streak, man. 27 years it's been since we've had a chance to beat Florida. And we go in there with such a young football team, and we had the game. I mean, we give it up on a 4th and 7. We dropped a pick. Just so many things that went against us that we had a chance to win. But it was fun to watch those young guys go in there and make those type of plays.
It was. I think they have the right coach, and they've got a Cleveland kid out at wide receiver. I think you're going to be all right at Kentucky.
A lot of Ohio kids on this team.
Yeah.
Is recruiting that area really hard. So it's going to be an exciting next few years for Kentucky football.
Hey, Tim, I just want to throw this question at you because I know it's going to be a big talk topic here for the next couple of days, especially with Manziel, getting the 3 plays that he did yesterday. When I thought about this yesterday, I could just see the headline on ESPN saying, Manziel leads Browns because he played 3 plays. Hoyer gets victory on the bottom. And sometimes the headline doesn't match the story. I was fully expecting a push alert yesterday during the game that Johnny actually got in there through a pass, whether it was complete or incomplete. How do you – I don't know. I look at the hype and I look at how things have changed, even from when you first came in the league. What do you think about the hype? I mean, we're talking about a guy that hasn't done anything in the NFL yet. He's number 1 in jersey sales, and the big networks want to talk about him. How do you deal with that?
I couldn't imagine what Brian is going through. All off season long since Johnny was drafted, and going through camp in this competition, and trying to figure out a new system and all this kind of stuff, and then at the same time having to fight off every time you turn on the TV or read a newspaper, you hear about Johnny Manziel, and fans wanted to see him play early, but Brian has just been resilient in his mental toughness and just blocking all the outside stuff out and being the leader of this football team and doing what he's supposed to do. But man, it has to be tough. I know that Johnny's got the hype machine going. You got the Heisman Trophy guy, and he had such a great career at A&M. Well, albeit short career, but it was it was electrifying. He did a lot of great things. So people want to see him at this level and see what he can do. But right now it's not his time. In my opinion, it's this is Brian Hoyer's football team, and I think it's going to be for the entire season. I think you can use Johnny here and there if you want. If you see fit, maybe in the red zone or something, you can get him in there and run around, run some read option, that kind of thing. But this is clearly Brian Hoyer's football team, in my opinion.
All right, Tim, thank you so much. Have a great week. Enjoy your off week.
All right, guys. Thank you. See you next week.
Tom.
All right, let's go to the phone lines real quick here. Let's talk to Tony, who's been on hold for a while. Hi, Tony. Thanks for calling Dogs on the Run. Hi, Tony.
What's up, Tom?
Hey, I think Joe Hayden is the most overrated cornerback. I'm very glad the Browns won, but man, he, especially near the end zone,
What makes him overrated? Give me 5 cornerbacks in the NFL that are better.
Well, I'm not going to name names. I don't know all the names that much, but he just
calling
keeps
him
giving
overrated
up
makes no sense if you can't give me 5 that are better. Cornerbacks
supposed
get
to be a
beat.
Pro Bowl player, but he keeps giving up
Richard Sherman
touchdown
was beat
passes.
yesterday. Did you see that? He was beat on a couple plays. Is he overrated?
Say that again?
Richard Sherman, who most claim is the best, had a tough day yesterday. The guy in Arizona, he gave up a touch. Patrick Peterson gave up a touchdown yesterday. I guarantee people aren't waking up this morning in Arizona going, Patrick Peterson's really overrated. That happens. They give up touchdowns. Some matchups aren't good for them. Jimmy Graham last year had 15 touchdowns. That's what he does.
The one Hayden gave up yesterday, he could have, if he would have been in front of the guy, he could have knocked it down or intercepted.
Are you out of your mind?
The Steelers, he could have knocked that one down too.
Okay.
But he got beat so bad that they got an easy touchdown.
Nothing is easy in NFL, Tony. Come on.
Do you want to give Jimmy Graham any credit for being a great tight end at all, or is it on Joe?
Yeah, he's a good tight end. Maybe great.
Oh,
thanks, Tony.
He's just good.
Thank you.
He's just, come
Tony,
on, what is wrong with us? People give up plays. Quarterbacks get beat. Rod Woodson got beat. Deion Sanders got beat. Darrell Green got beat. It happens. The other guys get paid. Jimmy Graham is one of the best in the NFL. Antonio Brown last week, one of the best in the NFL. Has Joe had – look, there's certain matchups that aren't good. If he shuts out A.J. Green twice this year, are we going to call him overrated? I just get sick of us.
It's all based on one play, though. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, for one play, he was the worst.
Your entire, I mean, first of all, who's even throwing to his side? Unless you've got Jimmy Graham there, no one's throwing. No one's talking about Justin Gilbert today at all either, right?
No, and he had a good game. But think about it. Marcus Colston gets 100 catches every season. Andy, he didn't get a catch yesterday. Brandon Cooks, who in his first game as a rookie last week against Atlanta, running all over the place, fastest guy on the field. He didn't catch anything. I'm not saying Joe is perfect, but I get sick of, he's overrated. Okay, find somebody better then.
Well, the only time you ever talk about DBs is when they get beat.
Thank you.
Or if they have a pick six. Eric, the referee, what?
Throw a flag on me.
We got Tubby Dog on Skype 1. I want to mention that he just finished smoking a cigar like Mike Pettin, so I don't know if it was...
Does it
does
have
still have it?
nanograms of tobacco in it or nanograms of something else?
All right, the reason we are
I like this dude.
The reason we are no rules on this show, this man, Tubby Dog. Tubby, please, again, I want to make sure you're not driving.
Real quick, though.
Hang on, Eric,
Real quick, Tubby has a problem, too, that he went to the Browns game tailgated, and he wanted to bring up a little problem that he noticed is going to be happening in the next couple weeks.
Bring it, Tubby, and I'm ready for you this week, bro.
Drop it all.
Okay, so no dump buttons for me, huh?
Yep.
No,
I'm
we
ready.
don't have dump buttons for you anyways.
Look, I'm gonna do this without. I'm gonna do this without cussing because it's important.
You're going to do it without cussing?
Without cussing because it's important, and I need you guys to replay this like unedited.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
Here, Tubby, you really want us to do this unedited? I want you to turn your phone the other way. Make sure, first of all, you're not driving. That's my first thing. You're not driving. All right. Turn your phone the other way so we can see in long form. You can't do that? All right, I tried that. All right, never mind. You're not allowed to do that. All right, go ahead. What do you got? Go ahead, Tubby. The floor is yours for the next 60 seconds. Go.
So I went yesterday morning to the Burke Airport lot. They told us that this was the last Sunday they will allow campers, trailers, tents, loud music. And that's pretty much our entire setup for the Burke Airport Tailgate Society. So now we have no idea exactly where we're going to go. And they told that one guy, I guess the feral dog, whatever, got like the box and the little dog here. They told him the exact same thing. They told
Tubby, do me a favor. Hang on, Tubby. I want to hear what you have to say. Tubby, call the phone line because the Skype's not working. I want to hear what you have to say. 216-431-3820. Just call us back. All right?
All right.
We got to get this.
216-431-3820.
Tubby is making a great point. I was tweeted about it during pregame when I was doing the pregame show.
There were a lot of people
yesterday.
mad about what's going on at Burke.
It's a lot of frustration going on. For a lot of people, and you know this, Andy, you're a Northeast Ohioan like the rest of us. I am as well. Part of Browns games has always been able to go with your family, go with your friends, and tailgate. And there are a lot of people that are being told that that's not going to be allowed anymore. And it's not just about the drinking.
How can you stop somebody from tailgating? I mean, that's not.
Well, you just heard them. They were going around.
But
telling
that's
you
on the
can't bring your
Burke side.
campers.
It looks like the Muni side. They're going to do that. Look, you can tell. Okay, I'll bring it back up. I was at Notre Dame 2 weeks ago.
Right. Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you know that or not. But going through the tailgate at Notre Dame, I mean, everybody was tailgating. Everybody was cool. There were no issues. It's the same thing here. It's their parking lot. They can do what they want. If they want to charge you $20 and you got to play by the rules, you got to play by the rules.
I've talked to a couple councilmen on my regular radio show, and they're saying it's not really coming from the city. And I've talked to cops in Cleveland that said they really haven't had a problem with it. There was a picture running from the first preseason game of the one cop holding the beer bong or whatever.
Right.
It seems, and I don't want to start any controversies, it seems like it's coming from the team wanting to get people in the stadium earlier. I don't know that for a fact, but I've talked to 2 different councilmen about this. I've talked to a couple of different cops. It is an issue. And you're right, tailgating goes on everywhere in this country. At Notre Dame, at Ohio State.
Sure.
At
Menor. I've seen
I'm a
a
St. Vincent St. Mary graduate. You know what the best thing is about when we play Hoban down at Infocision Stadium?
Tailgate.
We tailgate for a high school game. And now it's not, the beer isn't flowing, but kids get out of school, all the parents get set up. My parents go, and I don't even go to school there anymore. And you go tailgate and you hang out and have a good time with friends and family. I think Cleveland or whomever is making this rule, what are you trying to accomplish is the question I would ask.
So are you saying,
the referee
Eric,
wants
referee, what?
You had fans that sold-out Browns Stadium when we have lost for how many straight years. And one of the privileges to going to a Browns game, even if they lose, is tailgating. It's a fun experience if you haven't done it. Fans love it. And so even a team that has had one of the worst records in the last 10, 15 years since we've been back, I mean, the experience of going to a Browns game is unlike any other because of the tailgating. And I think getting
but you're making it sound like tailgating for the Browns is, and I'm not. Look, I love tailgating with the Browns. I love tailgating no matter where I go. But tailgating with the Browns is the experience of tailgating. I'm going to make sure I don't step on my foot. But do you think that tailgating with the Browns is any different than tailgating with the Packers?
No.
Or tailgating with anyone else? No. But it's the experience. It's not about. It's about having the opportunity to hang out with fellow Browns fans and do some stuff where there's no pressure, you don't have anything, and you listen to music. Want to play cornhole, you can do that. It's about the fun of being there. And I think that every NFL fan, for the most part, gets to experience that if you have the opportunity to. I can't imagine what tailgating's like for the Giants, because you probably have to pay $160 to park your car there in the first place. But it is a unique and special thing for Browns fans. I agree with what you're saying, but I also think it's unique and special for everyone, no matter where you go.
Here's one thing, and then I'll let you respond. If you remember last year when Brad Brown, Angry Browns fan, went to Cincinnati and saw them tailgating, did you see how few people there were?
Yeah, but they
depends
tailgate
where he was.
Cincinnati.
I've seen plenty of tailgating.
They tailgate everywhere. It's just set up different. I'm sorry, it is. And trust me, I'm not trying to give Cincinnati any love, but they do their tailgating. I think we all agree with that. But I think the problem is, as we had from Tubby Dog, why are they going to try to take that away from some of those people?
Well, if what you're saying is that the Browns are trying to make more money, is basically what you're trying to say.
That's what it comes off as to some fans. And I'm not, and like I said, I don't want to put it on the Browns, but I've talked to everyone from each other's side. The city isn't really, saying we got to do this, but suddenly it's something that the team wants. I'll be interested next Sunday morning, and I'm sure people will be tweeting me and calling me during pregame. It'll be interesting to see if they really laid the law down and stop these people from tailgating.
It'll be interesting. All right, is that Tubby on hold there? Is that what we're going to do? All right, so let's go to Chris Horn real quick, who's back in the newsroom. Hey, Chris, you awake? Hi, Chris.
Huh?
All right, what's going on social media?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on social media. Faith is going on social media. I know Eric's worked out the graphics thing, but I would be remiss if I didn't. You can't dance over there. You have to dance over here. We have the Carlton live in the newsroom now. She's had 4 bags of Oreos this morning, and Tom Jones is always playing in her head. So this was easy for her.
It's not unusual
To be loved by you.
Oh, there it is.
Good job. There we go. There's the original. You can compare it to the live version.
All right, who
live
did
on
that?
Broadway soon, I'm sure, or in Euclid, whatever.
Who did
But yeah, that was
the tweet
one
on
of my
yesterday?
favorite post-game tweets. Browns win makes me feel like, and I think we have another one. Lots of fans don't seem to like Rob Ryan, and
That's why I love him.
his expressions.
I think
his
I know.
reaction to the
Yeah, his
loss.
expressions are great. He's great for Twitter, but he really is, and nobody was. He's a great dude. Like you guys, if you guys could meet him, you would love him. But he's fun to make fun of. So keep going, Chris.
I would love to have a beer with that guy.
Yes, you would.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
he would probably make that face quite a bit.
Yeah, well, he's notorious now in New Orleans to go down on Bourbon Street and just go into a bar and buy everybody drinks. He's nuts.
That's funny. He doesn't look like he has the physique of someone who drinks a lot.
No, not at all.
No.
Kind of amazing.
His a big story about here when he was here in Cleveland. Not Derek Anderson. One of the quarterbacks would make fun of him because he would eat the angry Whoppers. So you'd go in his office at like 10. Serious, because there's a Burger King close to the facility, and like they would know he would be there all night long. So to make fun of him, they'd come in with like double angry Whoppers at like 11 p.m. and he'd like crush them. He'd like love you if you came in and brought him angry Whoppers. I'll never forget that.
Are angry Whoppers a thing, or is it just what you eat when you're angry?
Probably a little both. That's a good question, Chris.
All right, Chris. Hey, thanks.
Not
Why don't
from
you put up on, if you can at some point, I don't know if we'll get back to you because we only have like 15 minutes left, but I want to find out what people thought about tailgating in the Burke lot yesterday. I don't know if we can put that up on social or not, but let's do that. If we get back to it, we'll get back to it. But Chris, thank you for your hard work this morning.
Always for you guys.
Good
Thank
job,
you, Chris. All right, let's go to Tubby Dog because I want to hear what he has to say. All right, Tubby.